A year after street protesters thought they'd won back Ukraine's freedom, signs of just how far this country is from achieving that victory. The government has put on a display including military hardware captured in the east that it says provides material evidence of Russian involvement in the fighting there. There are video booths showing what's described as Russian television propaganda and the confessions of captured soldiers said to be Russian. It's all clearly having an effect.
This is Russian aggression for our country.
Do you think Ukraine should respond with force?
Yes, of course. Yes, because military of Russian soldiers attack our lands.
In a corner of old Kiev, there's a centre for those who've fled the fighting in the east. New arrivals are registered daily. There are steady donations of clothing and other essentials. And people with no idea when or whether they'll see their homes again are given food and shelter.
I really hope, but unfortunately my hope is melting with every passing month because of the situation in my city and in Donbass, and it's getting worse and worse. I'm afraid that when I do go home, there will only be ruins.
Ukraine has other problems, an economy on the verge of collapse and corruption that, as a recent former economy minister told me, keeps foreign investors well away.
Ukraine has two fronts. One is in the east, the external one, where you're fighting the external aggressor. And at the same time, we have an internal front, the fight against corruption, which as a cancer eats up the Ukrainian organism as a country from inside. Both fronts are extremely important, and if without a victory on both fronts, no success can be ensured in Ukraine.
And so, in a sense, Kiev has no choice but to fight fire with fire. If the current ceasefire fails, the government will have to prepare its people for a long battle, and hence this PR offensive aimed at the Ukrainian people, galvanizing them for war. The enemy now is not corrupt politicians nor even separatist fighters. The government wants the people to know that the enemy is Russia. Jonah Hull, Al Jazeera, Kiev.